Coming up, it's gnarly at nesting time with these mama gators.
That's it. OK, on boys, on the back.
All the attention just gets too much for this fella.
That's called playing dead.
And there's no sign of surrender with Australia's deadliest spider.
There's not too many jobs at the park that rattle me, and there's not many that scare me.
But dealing with nesting female alligators is certainly up there. It's pretty terrifying. You try collecting eggs from mama gators. It's no easy task.
Hey, boys.
The boys are here, psyched and ready for the job in hand. It's a dangerous race against time.
Our climate here is too hot. It's not like where gators are naturally found in the States. We need to get these eggs out now before the day's sun hits them. If it does and they overheat, they can die. You gonna play nice, Shirley?
Hey, settle.
The process is pretty simple on paper.
Hey.
We catch the female, remove her from the nest, and then let her go. Sounds simple, but it's not that easy.
Just watch those other gators too, boys. Female gators are incredibly protective. They're some of the best mothers on Earth. They will kill anything that goes near that nest.
Hey, watch out.
That's it. OK, on boys, on the back. Mick with me.
Down you go.
Let's go.
She's got no idea that we're actually trying to help her.
Got it, mate?
We're trying to save her babies. She just sees red, someone's near the nest, I'm gonna kill it.
Good job, boys. Let's get those eggs. We like to try and do this nice and quick. Gators can get a lactic acid build up pretty quickly. And if she fights and struggles for, even 10, 15, 20 minutes, it's too long. Builds up, they can't cool down, it can cause them big problems. So we want to get in, get the eggs, and let her go. These are beauty, boys. Good looking eggs. Obes, you better come down, mate. Just let go.
Boys are right there.
boys?
Yep.
All this action on the bank is attracting unwanted attention from other gators. The longer this goes on, the more dangerous it gets. Even though we want to get in and get out, it's one egg at a time. And that can be a little bit frustrating because you've got gators everywhere, you've got a mum that we need to let go, and you've just got to put them in very delicately.
That's 20 eggs. And I've just found a whole nother section.
Still another dozen or more easy in there.
Yep.
Watch that little one to your side, mate.
That's one nest done, one to go. See how we get on later in the show.
Hello, mate. Hello, Australian Reptile Park.
Oh, hi, my name's Jodie. I'm wondering if you can help me. We've got a funnel web in our house. I'm home alone with the kids, so I'm not sure if you can come out and...
Yeah, I sure will. Look, don't go near it. If you can keep an eye on it from a distance, that'd be good. Text me your address, please, and I'll be there as soon as I can.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
From time to time, we get calls like these from the public. This time, it's a family under siege from a funnel web, Australia's deadliest spider.
Funnel webs kill, and it's terrifying to have one in your backyard, let alone your house. Funnel web rescue!
Oh, Tim, that was quick.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Jodie. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. How are you?
Good, thank you. Well, not really. We've got a funnel web in the house. I don't know how long this spider's been here. Look, I've got goosebumps. Really, it's quite scary, actually. Tony, did you see where it went?
I think it went under the fridge or behind the CD rack.
What did it look like?
It was big and black.
You're pretty brave in here. I can notice you got your feet up.
I'm up now.
You're up. I'm gonna have a look.
There's one part there I can't see behind.
I won't leave without finding the spider because there are kids here. The guys have done the right thing in calling, and it's somewhere. So they normally don't climb. So we should be able to find him. Any dark corner is where he's going to be because it's daylight now. They're nocturnal, so it's all the dark spots that I look.
Watch out, Tim, it doesn't jump out and get you.
I'll be all right. I've got my bandage here. You want to hold that?
Oh, thanks.
So if I'm bitten...
But if he's not under the fridge or cupboard, perhaps he's behind the fish tank.
As soon as it rains and it's cool, the males go out for females. That's the signal. It's cool, get out. They're not going to dry out. I see him. He's in here. Can I move this out?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
I'm always aware of the fact that you can't get complacent. And I like to remind myself that if I was a carpenter, sooner or later I'm going to hit my thumb with a hammer. You can't do that with a funnel web. You're dead.
At the moment, he thinks he's hidden. So he's just sitting there, crouched. But what we'll expect here in a second is, and why they're famous, as soon as I move this, he's going to rear up, put his fangs up, droplets of venom on the end, ready to bite. Come on, mate. Oh, see that? He just bit the tongs. You know, I can actually feel that fang, ting, it hits. That's an incredible amount of force for a tiny little spider. If I slip a finger too close for just a split second, bang, he'll bite. Come on, little buddy, in you go. Good spider. There we go. Look at that. That's definitely a Sydney funnel web spider and a male. I can tell that's a male by the size. Female funnel webs, they're bigger, they look scarier, but in fact it's this little male that is the dangerous spider, 5 times more toxic than the female. There he is.
Thank you so much
That's okay.
for catching our little friend.
Little friend. I think they're all going to sleep easy tonight knowing that spider's with me.
This is only the beginning for the spider. From here, he goes into his own little luxury resort, gets a 1-bedroom cabin, a cricket a week, and we get to milk him, which in the end saves lives.
Come on, buddy.
Back at the park, and it's straight to the milking room.
The first trick's catching them, but it's another thing milking. There's a good boy. We actually want him aggressive at this point. We need to tease him gently. We need him to stand up, rear up like that aggressively. And there we go. 2 droplets of venom. 1, 2. There it is.
It can take up to 1,000 milkings to make 1 ampule of antivenom.
You certainly know when a funnel web attacks. Their fangs are 1/2 centimetre long and sharp. There's no doubt when you've been bitten by one of these bad boys.
Flush it out. Our biggest problem with the funnel web program is access to funnel webs. We need community support. We need people to tell us, I have a funnel web. We collect those spiders, milk them, save lives. Now, this is our little mate here, and he looks pretty vicious. He's a male, but have a look at a female. They are scary. Whoa, look at that. I wouldn't be surprised if those fangs would almost go through plastic. Look at that. She's like some kind of kung fu funnel web. Look at these 2 spiders. Both of them are just there, fangs reared at me. You know, I'm saying, it's all right, guys. I'm finished. Look at it. Have a look at them. Settle down.
And it doesn't get much better when you put these guys in together. The female, twice the size, but the male's venom is 5 times more toxic. But after mating, she eats him. That's one way of showing your appreciation.
I've got a little reward for you.
Bloodsuckers, pests, rabies carriers. Bats have a bad reputation.
Hey, cut that out. Cut that out.
Don't believe the rumours. Bats are actually very placid and very friendly.
I mean, have a look at this little guy. The fur is so soft. The skin on his ears and the wing, it's like velvet. It's really, really soft. And you can see out here, you're all right, mate? You're okay? You can see out on that wing all his fingers. Each one of these is a digit. They all end in a little claw at the end, helps him grab onto branches. Now, when they roost, or when they're hanging in a tree, you can see these little feet here. That's what holds onto the branch. Now, they've got very good hearing, very good eyesight, and a brilliant memory.
These fruit bats are in serious danger. Habitat destruction, barbed wire fences and power lines have all contributed to their rapid decline.
A nice little sprinkle on top.
It's fair to say that Dr. Karen Parry-Jones is batty about her job.
You must go through an awful amount of fruit.
We do. At the moment, we're probably going through about 50 kilos of fruit a day.
A day?
A day.
Feeding, nurturing and rehabilitating bats for release is her passion.
They're a fascinating little animal. They're very intelligent and a very slow breeder.
Yep.
They have far too high mortality rates and our population is falling quite seriously, like it's halving every 6.7 years.
Halving every 6.7 years. Yeah, that's very alarming, isn't it? Yeah.
Having this many bats hanging overhead looks like a scene from a horror movie, but I love it.
And you can see with these guys that there's all different sorts of personalities. You've got this hyperactive little guy here that's happy to play with a little ball, and Mr. Stiff next to him has not budged. Now here we've got two mums, and it's a perfect example of when it's cold or just for safety and security, these babies live under the wings. She tucks the membrane around. You have a look at that.
See those people over there? Go and fly to them. Go.
Nice catch.
Don't worry, this is all part of the rehabilitation.
It's one way of getting the strength of their wings
Yep.
up so that they can fly long distances.
Okay, so just building that muscle back up and getting them used to it.
Yes.
Let's see how he goes.
Are you going to fly? Oh, come on, you can fly. You can, come on. Go on. Get it.
Into the tree, a little better than expected.
Better than we expected.
Yeah.
If they can't fly, in the wild they will die. Simple as that.
Come on. Just a short one. Let's go to Anne.
Off you go, mate.
Go on. 3.
Beautiful. Look at that. Well done, mate. Well done.
Rehabilitation is a lengthy process. It can take up to 3 months of daily flights until they are strong enough to fly solo.
Do you want to have a go?
I would love to. Love to. Do my part.
I'm pretty good at catching a ball, but a bat, this is definitely a first.
Come on, mate.
Come on, both wings. Come on, you can do it. That's right.
Good fella. Good bloke. Have a look at that. I don't know who's happier, me or him. And he was a wild bat.
He's wild.
Look at that.
What
I mean,
came
it
in
just-
as a wild adult.
Yep, it just shows the nature of them, doesn't it?
Yeah, they calm down very quickly once they realise you don't mean them any harm.
Okay, and a perfect flyer would have gone up, whereas he stayed flat?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's got a
But
little
he's
way to go.
improving. He's
Yeah.
improving. He's had a lot of wing problems. He's been in captivity a long time, so he just has to have a lot of practice.
Yep, yep. Work for you guys.
Yeah, will work for us.
Once the bats are ready for release, there is always an open door at Karen's house.
This beautiful girl is Rosie. She's been rehabilitated. She's ready for soft release. So she's free to go as she pleases, but she is always welcome back. She's got food, she's got shelter.
With Karen's help, these beautiful bats won't be a thing of the past.
Good luck, mate. Hope it all goes well. Hey, ease up, ease up. That's not what we want.
Today, I want to show you one of my all-time favourite birds here at the Australian Reptile Park. It's the proud, strutting boss of the rainforest, the magnificent cassowary.
Love the watermelon. Bit of squash. You're fussy on your fruits, aren't you?
In the cassowary world, females lay the eggs, but the fellas do all the work, sitting on the nest, then looking after the chicks. Sounds very domestic, but cassowaries are not an animal you want to mess with.
Now, they're really powerful, about the same force as a male red kangaroo. Have a look at the power in those legs, that incisor in the middle. They jump up to about chest height and then rake down with enormous force, potentially splitting whichever thread it was open.
Call me crazy, but I'm about to step into an enclosure with one of these awesome, powerful birds.
Good morning, chookies.
I'm not going in with the big fellas. No way. The babies are more my size.
Come on, you want a bit of tucker? Here you go, mate. Love your grapes.
This little guy is Foghorn, and his mate is a chicken called Leghorn. We rescued Foghorn from a nest where all the other eggs were infertile. Dad was staying on the nest, and he just wasn't looking after this little guy.
The chicken teaches him how to eat, which the cassowary didn't know when he was born. He's also company and just teaches him bird social skills for later in life. He's going to need those if he's ever going to breed in captivity.
And if a chook can teach him a thing or two, I reckon I can as well. Today I'm being Dad, and I'm taking Foghorn for a walk.
Thanks, Kaz. I'll put him down. He's only 2 months old, so he's still just getting his feet. He's quite clumsy. Come on, mate. There you go. That's a boy. Hey, over this way. Come on. You stubborn little fella. Come on. Hey, down here. Come on. Let's go. You see, what he's doing, staying right there in about my legs, is exactly what he'd do in the wild with his father. It's security. I'm safety. So he's going to stay right in close here and just tuck around. You right, mate? Well, look out. Can you imagine poor old Dad Cassowary? He's got 5 or 6 of these little guys all around his legs at once.
This guy's such a character. Off the path? Hang on, back again.
Come on.
Here I am, little fella.
Come on, mate. Here's your buddy. Here's Chook. Happy to see each other?
That's the fun bit. Now for something Foghorn absolutely hates, the weigh-in.
Come on, mate. Hey, settle down. Have a look at that. That's called playing dead. A lot of animals do it, and it's a last resort. When they're threatened or when they're restrained, this is what they'll do. Look at that. See, plenty of life still. And there he goes, back into it. Now, if he was grabbed by a big snake in the wild or something like that, this is what he'd do. Okay, so it's time to get a weight. And the way that we do that is just to pop him into the bag. Nice and dark for him, and it just settles him. That's the way, mate. Won't be long. The reason that we weigh him is just, hey, easy, mate, easy. Is just for a routine health check. We need to know that he's gaining weight, not losing weight, and that we don't have any health problems associated with that. 2.3 kilos. So he's up 300 grams in a week.
It's all good. At this rate, it won't be long before Foghorn's 2 metres tall. While he's still a little tacker, I can be his dad.
Come on, let's go.
How many are we up to now?
That's 48, 49. 51. New record by 1 egg.
It's Gator hatching season at the park, and we're on a mission to collect all the eggs before the strong Australian sun kills them.
Mum will continue to defend this nest for a couple of weeks, maybe a month. Obviously, her little gators are not going to hatch. At that point, she'll simply leave the nest. She doesn't know any different. She'll slide back into the water and she'll continue to do what she normally does. Okay, number 2. Next gator's Firecracker, and she's got that name for a reason. She's a real scary gator. Come on, a little bit further this way. That's a good mum. Bit more, please. Hey, we've got a big mum and a little mum. Little mum can't get a spot to build her own nest, so she's laid her eggs in someone else's. Problem then is, they're both defending it. That's good girl. No. I feel like bait. Right around. Whoa, that's quick. Okay, yep. That's it, mate. Okay, pass the rope around this side and come up behind me. Obes, Chris. What's that little one? 1, 2, 3. Got the legs up, Obes? Yep. Do you want to slide up here, Obes?
1, 2, 3, go.
Righto, let's get these eggs out nice and quick. Yep. It's like being underwater in a crocodile cage because your head's down and you're concentrating on what you're doing.
How much longer you got in there, Tim? This girl's getting a little bit fired up here now. She's probably going to unleash very soon.
That's it. There's 31.
We don't leave any eggs in the nest. We don't want them to hatch in here. If we did, they'd be eaten by other gators. They're cannibals.
Righto, so let's do this. Finally, Chris, how off? There we go. Obes, 1, 2, 3. So now we've got to put the eggs into our incubator. There you go, mate. You have to be really careful that you don't muck up the temperature. If they're too cold or hot just for 5, 10 hours, they'll die. They need to be very specific. And the hotter it is, maybe 34 degrees, makes for boys. And the cooler it is, maybe 31 degrees, makes girls. Lucky last. There you go, mate. See you in a couple of months. It's been 9 weeks, and every day we come up and we check our little gator eggs in the incubating room. Listen to that. That's it, that's what we want. Those little calls are tiny little gators and they're calling out to mum.
These little fellas don't know it yet, but they're off to a new home.
You've got a bit of attitude. Hey, excuse mate. Baby gators make that little cry and they call out to mum, and mum comes and rescues them. She picks them up, and you know what she does? She takes them to water. And that's exactly what I'm doing, taking them from the nest into some water. They have a rinse off, get rid of all the yuck from inside the egg, and now I'm going to take them to their new home. They're ready to go. It's time to put you into your new home. Let's go. Hold on. This little cage that we've got the gators to go in, it's purpose-built for baby gators. We want our visitors to be able to see these tiny little gators. Not too quick. You want to stay with me, righto? You stay. There you go. They're jumping off these little ledges and hitting that water. They're up and their eyes are out, and this is the start of their new life. Listen to the calls. Even in here now, they're still calling for mum.